की जय. Hey. You can repeat after me. We are reading from chapter 6, verse number 39. Yeah, verse number 39. Yeah, so you can repeat after me.
6:35.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Hare Krishna, I would like to welcome you all for our this Saturday evening Bhagavad Gita class at 26 Second Avenue, the first temple of our Hare Krishna movement. Have you got the translation of like book in your hand? Everything is there? Okay, so verse number 39. If you can repeat the Sanskrit, you can repeat the Sanskrit after me. If it's not, you kindly focus on translation and purport. Etanme samshayam Krishna
Etanme samshayam Krishna
Chetum arhasya asheshataha
Chetam arhasya sheshataha
Tavad anyaha samshayasyaha Chetanahya upapadyate. Okay, translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation, it goes like that. This is my doubt, O Krishna, and I ask you to dispel it completely. But for you, no one is to be found who can destroy this doubt. Purport. Krishna is the perfect knower of past, present and future. In the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, the Lord said that all living entities existed individually in the past, they exist now in the present, and they continue to retain individual identity in the future, even after liberation from the material entanglement. So he has already cleared up the question of the future of the individual living identity. Now, Arjuna wants to know of the future of the unsuccessful transcendentalist. No one is equal to or above Krishna, and certainly the so-called great sages and philosophers who are at the mercy of material nature cannot equal him. Therefore, the verdict of Krishna is the final and complete answer to all doubts, because he knows past, present, future completely. But no one knows him. Krishna and Krishna conscious devotees alone can know what is what. So, thank you so much for everybody coming here. I can see there are many faces, they are regular to our Hare Krishna, to our regular Bhagavad Gita class. What's the issue?
No, I thought your microphone had a little echo.
Okay, I can just keep a distance. I think should be fine.
So,
They should be fine.
yeah, as long
I
as
think,
you're
yeah.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So, if you are here a regular reader of Bhagavad Gita, or you're coming to this class regularly, so who will tell me what is happening here? What kind of question he's asking Arjuna? Because Arjuna is asking Krishna in this shloka, in this verse, and he's saying, you are the only one who can remove my doubt. Okay? What was the doubt? Because doubt means he asked one question to Krishna. Just 2-3 verses before, he asked one question. Yes, please.
If we are following the path of Krishna, like we are in Krishna consciousness, but if we are in the middle, if we fail,
Accidentally.
accidentally if we fail and someone is not continuing and goes back to his back behavior,
Yeah.
and what will happen for them?
Definitely, exactly. That is the same question Arjuna asked. He says, "Oh my dear Krishna, what is the position or what will happen to the unsuccessful yogi who practiced for some time, okay, maybe a short period of time, a long period of time, or very long period of time, but they could not complete their path of spiritual life. What would happen to them?" That was his question. And he's saying, you are the only one who can clear it up. We will read next week, Krishna gives the answer. But today's, we will gonna focus here, because why does Arjuna only says, you are the only one who can clear up my doubt? Why not anybody else? Because Srila Prabhupada, he writes, because Krishna is the source of all the knowledge. Everything comes from him. In chapter 7 and 9, we will find out Krishna, he gives the information to Arjuna, using Arjuna to all of us. He says, there is a very beautiful shloka. He says, Name vidu sunagana prabhavam cha maharishya aham adirhi devana maharishinyam cha sarvashaha. Srila Prabhupada writes in today's purport here, in today's shloka purport, he mentions neither the great sages nor the great demigods knows about Krishna. And the shloka I chanted, Krishna is saying, nor a great devotee, great sages, nor the demigod knows me. Because why? Because I am their source. I give them the knowledge. I give them the knowledge, then they only know me. So that means, ye yatha mam prapadyante tamas tathava bhajameham. The way you want to know me, the way I will reciprocate with you. The way you want to worship me, then I will reciprocate according to that. If you want to know me only 10%, I will reveal myself only 10%. If you want to know me only 50%, okay, I will reveal only 50%. But if you want to know me 100%, then only by my causeless mercy, I reveal myself to you 100%. So it is not all about Krishna, because Krishna is open. He's giving us all the facility to know him. The all problem comes from our side, our practice. We have seen Hare Krishna movements nearly have been or going to touch 60 years. I would say, 24, 26, after 2 years, it's going to be 60th anniversary of our Hare Krishna movement. And it's right started here where we are sitting now, 26 2nd Avenue. It started from this place. Okay? And we have seen so many millions and millions of devotees. They came throughout the 60 years in our movement. Some stayed for a day, some stayed for a month, for a week, for a year, for 10 years, for 20 years, for 30 years, and they're gone. Again they came back, practiced for another some time, again they gone back. Again they came back, again they gone back. So there's coming and going. It is the nature. It is the nature of those practitioners, spiritual practitioners, those who are not fixed, because their mind is very super flickering. When there is some problem in the life, they're going through with some tough time, they say, let's go and chant Hare Krishna. Let's go, to some spiritual program to give solace to my heart, to my tough time, because they cannot enjoy their sense gratification at the fullest extent. because there is no one there to give them any remedy. So the remedy they only know is Hare Krishna. Because they have tried it before and it quite worked. So they think, now my situation is bad, let me go. When my situation will be all right, then I will come back. And many have done this, and many will be doing this in the future. Srila Prabhupada says, don't be surprised when somebody goes away from this practice. Be surprised how someone is staying for so long, every year, every month, every day, every second. That is wonder. Because we are in the age of Kali Yuga. This is age which is full of hypocrisy, quarrel, disturbance. Many faults are there. So this is the nature. People will not take it seriously. People will only just come because they have been hurt, either in relationship, either by country, either by their jobs, or by their own mind and body, by somebody else. Just to get some solace, they look shelter, and they know the shelter is only spiritual life. They come and they do practice for certain number of days, number of months, number of years. When everything goes well, they go back. Or other sense, if I say, they use Hare Krishna or they use the spirituality as a shock absorber. Like if you are on a highway, I think somebody has come at the door. Sasha. Yeah. Yeah, please, you are most welcome. Come inside. Thank you. Most welcome. Please have a seat. Yeah, we do have a couple of seats at the front, if you don't mind. Make you feel comfortable. So mostly people, they take the spiritual path as a shock absorber because they were enjoying their life like on a freeway for many years. Suddenly there is a big bump is there. Just to not to face this very hard, they slow down. And that's called their spiritual life. Hi, do you mind coming inside? Sasha, there is somebody at the door. Thank you. So that's what it is. But how long they last? Very, very, very fortunate people. Very rare. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudarlava. That means that to understand the spiritual life, it requires a lot of intelligence, a lot of time, because you need to give time to understand. If you think, okay, let me check it out, what these people are doing here, okay, some people do window shopping. They just walk through the door, they say, oh yeah, this jacket is not nice, this jacket is nice, just a window shopping. But real people, they come inside and they check it with their hand, and they wear it, they buy it, then they see, and they come to the conclusion, yeah, this is a really nice jacket. But if somebody just doing a window shopping, how do you know what is the quality of the jacket? So that's what it is. But we do welcome everyone, whichever way or whatever time you want to spend with us. You're most welcome. Please do come so. Give a try. But when you try, do your best. Give your best. It says a very, very nice saying, my school teacher used to say that. She says, if you want to become anything in your life, just become the best. If you want to become a gardener, become a best gardener. If you want to become a doctor, become a very good doctor. If you want to become a lawyer, become a very good lawyer. Anything, any profession you choose, or anything you want to practice, give your best and then see the result. Do not just nibble from the top, let me check out this, let me check out that. Because if you're checking out, then what we come with a wrong conclusion. To give conclusion about something, you really need to go to the depth. But if you just come on the surface, and just want to touch it and just say, "Hola," I just come to this conclusion. That's gonna disturb you, and that's gonna disturb other also. That's why it's quite very important when we do something, we must go with our best. Anything, either materially or spiritually. But if you are doing it spiritually, so give your best to know the process and let the application work in your life. Because nothing comes overnight. Like any relationship we see, either boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or with somebody, with your office mate, with your boss, or with your neighbor, every relationship requires a quality amount of time to spend. But if you just want to hang around for an evening or for a couple of hours and you say, no, it's not working, no, it doesn't work like that. You need to give a good amount of time. You need to give a very good amount of time to understand the other person's nature. So when we are going to establish the relationship with Krishna, then we have to spend a very good amount of time with his knowledge, with his instruction, which is given in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Or if you have any queries, ask the people around who are practicing for so long. They will help you because they also themselves are practicing for so long and they are taking the guidance from their seniors. And their seniors are taking the guidance from their seniors. So that's how this knowledge is coming down, descending process. Because if someone is teaching you who's been practicing for 50, 60 years, 70 years, he will teach you with the best of his experience. So we always must take the guidance from our seniors, from our teachers. And Arjuna knew Krishna, who Krishna is. He is no doubt, he is his friend, but he also has his supremacy. He knew that he is not an ordinary person. He is a very, very respectable, very, very knowledgeable, and he also knows his hidden side. No doubt he's a supreme personality of Godhead. Because everything comes from him. He has arranged everything. Even in Srimad Bhagavatam, he has beautifully said to Brahmaji, who is the first living entity of the entire material universe. He said, Brahmaji, before this creation, I was only existing, nothing else. And after this annihilation of this material world, I will be only existing alone and nobody else. And the person who was there before the creation and after the creation, that must be something really heavy to know. That's what the detailed informations are given in Bhagavad Gita and there in Srimad Bhagavatam. And by saying, Hare Krishna, by saying this, Arjuna put forward this question. He knew it because he was, grown up with Krishna since his childhood. He knew very well, and he was also well educated in Vedic knowledge. He was not only just getting the military art training, he was also getting the spiritual knowledge by his teachers, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Bhishma Dev, and many other elders. He knew it. He knew it very well, what will be the position. If it's in the material world, let's talk about, if it's in the material world, if you're doing any kind of a particular course, which course you would like to take as an example? Let's take any course. Which one do you want to take? Let's take a doctorate. Okay, you want to be a doctor, and it's a course is for 6 years. But if you have done only 3 years and you give up and you say, well, I'm not working there, I'll come next lifetime. So do you think you can carry on that course where you left? No way. You have to start from the zero. You have to start from the beginning. And beginning means you have to take birth again. Then you have to hold the pencil or pen. You have to go to the school and there will be somebody holding your hand to make you write how to write O, how to write 1, how to write A, B, C, D, all those things. You have to start from the zero, right from the zero. You can't say, you know what, I was just studying in a University of New York, and I just left here half of my course. I just would like to carry on from there. No way. You did, there is no proof. Your body is gone, everything is gone. But here, the spiritual life, that is the beauty of spiritual life. So wherever you have left your journey towards Krishna, you will start where you stopped in your previous lifetime. Because everything is eternal, everything is permanent. Whatever we do in spiritual life, it is completely permanent. It never goes. What goes? The body, and the body is anyway, it's matter. It's temporary. But whatever activity you are doing spiritually, that relates to the soul, which you are actually, which we all are. That is our real identity. We are a spirit soul. We came into this world due to our own mischievousness. Now we are stuck. So Krishna gave us the solution how to get out of this material world. And it's up to us how many lifetime it takes to go back to Godhead, to go back to spiritual world. It's all up to us. It's a journey. It's a journey. Some people, they do understand and they make a sprint. Boom. Some people, they just run as their own speed. Some people run a bit slower. Some people a bit slower. And some people are very slow. All are welcome. Don't think if I'm slow, I will not make it. Yes, maybe not in this lifetime. Maybe another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lifetime, you will definitely make it. But do not stop your journey. That's the main question. That's the main solution. That is the advice of the great saintly people. If you have started your journey, spiritual journey, do not stop yourself. I know we all have many conditioning according to our different nature. We all are different living entities. We have different likings and dislikings. And we act differently. It's not like we are the same. We are not the same. We look different. Our nature is also different. Our liking. The thing I like, maybe some of you don't like. Maybe some would agree, some would not be agree. So in a certain way, we need to keep going on with our spiritual journey. That is the advice. And in the solution, Krishna will say next time when somebody will come, he will say, yeah, nothing is lost. In 2.49 in Bhagavad Gita, 2.40, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, whoever walks on this path of spiritual journey, he never loses anything. He is always a winner. He gains every single step he takes towards me. He's a winner. So nothing is lost. There is no loss here. Every time, whatever, even though if you take a single step towards your spiritual journey, Krishna helps you in a tremendous way. He just wants to see your sincerity, how sincere you are to know him, and he will provide you all the facilities. Let me give you the example right now, because all of you who are sitting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people are sitting here. You are not just sitting because you just want to sit now. You just make a decision, okay, let me go. No, you have done something previously in your life. And Krishna is giving you another opportunity, another intelligence to come and grow again in your spiritual life. Otherwise, you can see there are billions of people are walking outside the door. But why they are not interested on this Saturday night evening? They don't bother. Because they don't have a pious credit yet. To start your spiritual life, you must have some credibility. Srila Prabhupada says, to start a business, you must have some capital in your account. Otherwise, how would you start a business? There is no business which starts with zero income. I don't think so. Maybe someone can say, I started with zero. No, it's not possible. You need to invest some capital, either in the form of currency, either in form of something. That's why your business grows. because we have done something previously, either in this lifetime or previous or previous or previous, many other lifetime. So Krishna is giving us intelligence right through from our heart. Let's go to 22nd Avenue. Let's hear something about Krishna. So that's where our journey starts, where we stopped. And ultimately, he leaves the decision right in our hand. Because as we say, we are individual. So every individual have their individual rights to make individual decisions. Krishna, that is the only thing, he doesn't interfere. At the end of Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna gives all the information, all the instructions to Arjuna, he let the Arjuna make the decision. He says, Yatha ichhasi tatha kuru. He says, Arjuna, whatever I have to say, I said to you. Okay? Now I leave the decision upon you, whether you want to follow me or whether you don't want to follow me. So he says, no, my Lord, I really want to follow you. And he became the success. The last verse of the Bhagavad Gita, it says, Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanudhara, Tatra Shriyo Vijyo Bhuti, Dhruva Nitir, Matir Mama. That means that wherever there is Krishna, the great mysticism, where there is Arjuna, a great archer, okay, there will be always a victory, name, fame, wealth, morality, everything will be there. So we all look for those things, don't we? That's why we are working so hard in this material world. We want to be, be a winner. We want morality. We just want wealth, name and fame, and everybody is hankering for it, more or less. Krishna says, if you do so, then it will be always there, because everything comes from me. But I only give that much that will help that particular spiritual practitioner to grow in his or her life. If he wants, he can give so much wealth, but he only gives that much is required to progress on a spiritual path. Otherwise, he has given to many people and they have just left Krishna. Well, the purpose I came here for, my purpose was fulfilled. I got my wealth, I got my business, I got my partner, I got my name and fame. I don't need Krishna anymore. But what's the point? We will miss the point to go back to the spiritual world. We will again come back to this material world, either on this earthly planet, or it could be heavenly planet, or it could be hellish planet. It could be anywhere, or it could be in any form. It is not necessary. It could be a human form. It could be in any other form. There was a very funny story I just heard in my childhood. This one of my friend's father told me. He said, okay, there was one yogi. He was meditating and the Lord appeared in front of him and he said, ask me some boon. I will award you. He says, okay, my Lord, I want to live in USA, which is the most, wealthiest country in the world, or you say New York. Okay, I want to have a big mansion. I want to have a beautiful girlfriend who always keeps me on her chest, just to carry me all the way. I just want she to make me bath. I just want to feed me, and so whatever he could so. He was asking me everything material. And next lifetime, he became a dog in one of the richest woman's house. She was feeding him, she was bathing him, she was taking care of him. He was just riding in just driving in a Ferrari car, but he forgot to ask one thing: human form. He didn't ask human form. If you see all the dogs are there, I just make a fun. I say he was a yogi. He just asked for the greatest boon: a beautiful woman to sleep around. Okay, no problem. Bathing, taking. I don't have to work, and she will work for me. I don't have to pay for mortgage. They will work for me. Everything he asked for. You can see all the dogs are there in the rich family's house. They do nothing. They just sleep around, and the owner come. Actually, who is the owner? I believe the dog is the owner
Yeah.
because he does nothing. He has kept a human to work for him. These humans go to work and they earn money and they buy all the pet food for him, and they take him to the doctor, and they buy all the clothing for him, and they keep him in the very big mansion house, AC on, everything. He doesn't have to pay anything. Food is there, nice AC heater is there, everything is there. But what he did, he forgot to ask a human for
The most important.
the most important. So that's what whenever I see, it just hits me my childhood story. I said, really, it really makes sense, It really makes sense a lot. That's why we got this human form for a very higher purpose. I don't know if you have ever exercised your intelligence or not. In a Vedic scriptures, there is a analytical calculation is there. They say, let's take a one side, keep a human form, and keep other side other species of life. It could be dog, hog, or a giraffe, lion, elephant, anything, you just name it. Let's take a dog, okay? A human life and a dog life. Human does eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. These 4 activities a human does when takes birth till the last breath of his life or her life. Whole time eating, like 3-4 times eating. They also sleep, they also mate, have children, and they also defend. And an animal also does. A dog, he also eats, he also sleeps, he also mates, and he also defends himself. If a human does this 4 activity which other species are also doing, he dies. So what is the difference between being as a human or being as an animal? Because the activities a person did the same. Are you getting my point? These 4 major activities a person does throughout his or her whole life as being as a human, and a dog also does. But the point is, the human does in a very sophisticated way, an animal does right on the street. But the activity, the principle is same. Okay? So the scripture says, or the great saintly people say, so what is the difference between you lived your life as a human and they lived their life as an animal? So what was the difference? There's no difference. You did everything on 2 legs. They did everything on 4 legs, or 3 legs, or 10 legs, or 100 or 1000 legs, whichever legs. But the activities were same. So what is the difference? So what was the point that to God to give you a human form? You missed the point. And the point was to inquire intelligently. Why have I come into this material world? Why am I suffering? And where will I go after leaving this body? What is the solution? Why am I suffering every day? I go to work to bring some happiness to myself or to my family, but when I get home back here, I'm completely shattered. I'm suffering. I'm not happy at all. I think Prabhu, somebody is at the door. Yeah, please come in. So these are the 4 things a human can inquire, but an animal cannot. Animal doesn't bother whether he's suffering because he has no intelligence. His intelligence is very, very lower. His intelligence is only, where is my food? Or where is my mating object? Or where is my sleeping place? That's what it is. And if somebody comes and attacks, they just show their claw, their jaws, or come together and they just bark on other party, and then let things go away. It's only intelligence has been given, which is called human has higher and developed intelligence to inquire certain amount, especially about spirituality. Opportunities are given, intelligence are given by Lord. Opportunities are given by Lord. Facilities are given by Lord. All the problem comes, why are we not taking it up seriously? Because the time is running out of our hand. It's very precious. Have you Hare Krishna? Have you seen the sand timer? Have you seen the sand timer? A sand slowly drops. No one can hold it.
That's how the time is. A second ago, 5 seconds ago, 5 minutes ago, or half an hour ago, when you entered, when you came to the room, you are not the same person now. You are changing as per the time is progressing. So we need to utilize our human form of life with good intelligence, reading, sharpening our intelligence with the scriptures, and apply the instruction in our life. So we make our human form of life very, very meaningful. You can see, especially because I'm going to make my 1 year here. Last year I came in September. I've seen, because there was no idea in my mind that there will be a beggar in America or homeless people in America. But I was wrong. When I came here, so many people are just loitering on the street. And I thought, okay, how come this richest country in the world have no facilities for them? No. This country, this government gave them all the facilities. But the individual person messed up. It is not a fault of a government. It is not a fault of a school and college and education. It is not a fault of an army person. It is not a fault of someone's family. It is an individual fault. It is an individual fault because they messed up with their own life. All the informations are given there in the school, colleges, by parents, by teachers, and many other people. Don't take drugs, don't do intoxication, don't play gambling. But out of their, stupidity by any means, or especially with the wrong association, they messed up, and now they are just crying on the street. I've seen, especially in Brooklyn here, their kids are 19 years old, 21 years old, 20 years old. They're just tearing off their clothes and banging their head on the walls because they're highly intoxicated. They don't know what to do with their life. So what can be done? And that was the era in 1960s. That was America was going through with a very rough time, those times. All the youngsters, they were becoming hippies. Their parents were wealthy, they had got great education, everything is good and well, but they were so frustrated with this materialistic life. That's where Srila Prabhupada made an entry to New York. Such a great saint. He came and he revolutionized everything here. He gave the best lifestyle to all the peoples, those who were hippies. We do have a Tompkins Square Park, just 10 minutes away from here. He was chanting under that tree. It's called Hare Krishna tree now. He was chanting right there. And all the people, all the hippies and druggies, they were all there. When they were hearing this Hare Krishna mantra, their heart, their life being purified, and they came to right this place where we are now. It's 22nd Avenue here. And they were asking Swamiji, please kindly teach us what this Hare Krishna mantra do to our life. Then Prabhupada said, now you are ready to listen. So he gave them Bhagavad Gita. He taught them how to live your life, how to regulate your life, especially because regulation has to be there. If there is no regulation, why there are traffic signs are there? Speed limit, intersection lights are there, and so many instructions are there. What does it mean? Why? Is it the government mad?
So you know what to do.
So you know what to do, and many more? Regulation. Because people are here. If you see, especially Saturday night and Friday night, there's so many cars are there, so many people, they just want to go without any limit. But if they do like that, they're gonna kill somebody. Sasha, yes, somebody said. So they're gonna kill somebody. Just to protect your life and to protect other lives, these regulations are there. Live in peace and harmony. You make your life safe and you make other lives safe. If these rules and regulations are not meant to snatch our freedom, they are put us into peace and harmony. Because when there is a red light, stop. When there is a green light, go. Obey the rules and regulations. So all the rules and regulations are given in all the holy scriptures. But if we don't follow, then we need to be ready to face the punishment of the nature. Because if it comes, then this type of people say, Why bad thing happens to good people? Well, who told you you are a good people? You are not a good people. If you are a good people, you wouldn't be here in this material world. Because good people lives in the spiritual world. Only the bad people lives in material world, because this material world has been considered to a prison. So we are in the prison. So when our behavior will be aligned as per the instructions and the guidelines of the Vedic scriptures, then there is a nature, they will let us go. Okay, now you can go back to spiritual world. But till then, we are in the prison, we have to follow the rules and regulations. Okay, so I stop here. I see if there are any question answers. Yeah.
I like what you said, that the spiritual life is like a shelter. So some people seek that
Yeah.
temporary, but not continual,
Yeah.
or shock absorber.
Yeah.
So about the dog, if we live like a dog, which is
Yeah.
dog is not bad, but if we just do those four things, then we just waste our opportunity, you know?
Yeah. See, dog is not bad because it's just another form of life, because the activity is not up to the standard of human. If you think that dog life is good, so don't worry, Krishna will bless you with that one next life. Or it's not like next lifetime. We have been as a dog many lifetime. But the point is, the opportunity is not there to understand the spiritual knowledge. It is only available in a human form of life. But if you got a human form of life, then utilize it intelligently. What is so glorious about being as a dog? Tell me. Because you are thinking only in America, but when you ask for a dog lifetime, then you could be either in Africa or many other village where you will hardly get to eat some food, and you will be beaten by local people with some bamboo stick or rocks. Or life is not good. Dog life is not good. Because we just see, as a you have the example of somebody, asked for a very lavishly lifestyle being as a dog, but forgot to ask a human form. So it won't be possible for everyone. So there are so many dogs out there. Who's taking care of them? No one. Because you live in America, you think like that, but if you see other part of the world, like in China, people, they just eat them. So you'll be their next food.
But human birth, they give an opportunity to realize God.
To realize, for the self-realization, to realize yourself, who you are, who other living entities are, why am I suffering, and what is the solution? How should I, or how will I go back to Godhead? Where is the permanent solution for all this suffering? So it's only intelligent people inquires about it.
I think Prabhupada said, if you're like in America, most people, they worship dogs instead of worshiping God.
It's everywhere now.
Yeah.
It has become a trend because people, they don't know how to be in their relationship. They can't get along with their spouse, with their family member, with their neighbor, at their work colleagues, and they just look for a dog, and they just want to control the dog. Hey, sit, jump, eat, come here, get my newspaper, get my ball, and they feel proud. At least nobody's following my order. At least my dog is following my order. I mean, just a false illusion. How far can you just go along with an animal? You need a human interaction to feel your love. People say, yeah, dog pleases me. Of course, at a certain point, but you are in a human form of life. You need a human interaction, because he can't speak your language. So that does not mean he's going along with. If he speaks your language, definitely you will kick your dog out also. Have you seen it? Nowadays, people really don't know how to communicate with each other. The kids don't know how to communicate with parents. Parents don't know how to communicate with the kids. And either. I mean, if you see anybody, everybody is holding a fire in their mouth. Just want to burn out, just want to get their things done by any means. No. Because this type of culture, this type of knowledge, only you get from the spiritual point of view. Okay, how to communicate, because this person is also a spirit soul. He or she also wants to get out of this material world.
they have their needs. So let become or make a mutual understanding where we can help each other and respect each other's, and we can get out of this material world. So the whole culture, whole training, whole process is there. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I think, I also think that we are here. Some people might say to serve a higher power. Some of us, we're from a faith or church background or
Yeah, yeah.
spiritual background.
Yeah, yeah.
We know that we're also like stewardship, like stewards. We're here to help. Like you said, some animals, they don't have certain level of
Intelligence. Yeah.
and knowledge. They just know what they need to live
Yeah.
for. But we are given more intelligence
Yeah.
in books and listening and different forms of knowledge and intellect that it's also our responsibility to be like service
Yeah.
people to help.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking of some things like it's, let's say we're at home and I have children. I don't, but
Yeah.
if I
Yeah, sure. For example.
two
Yeah.
situations, I put big plate or bowl of candy on the table and leave it there.
Yeah.
And the kids, they come home from school or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I want candy right now. It's like a difference. Like we could put a bowl of candy or a plate of candy there. All different kinds of candies look so good, and I had it before. I want it again. Or we could put a bowl of fruit
Mm-hmm.
there when they come home. For example, it doesn't have to be kids either.
Yeah.
Or your roommate said something your friend's having a hard time. Put a bowl of fruit, and there's not candy there. They choose the fruit, of course, because there's no candy there.
Yeah.
But if it's candy there, that's an option for them. So, and there's candy there, and I want that, even though it's not good. Our teeth get cavities
Yeah.
from it, and
Yeah.
it's not healthy nutrition and all that.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of our service too. Like, even like we can teach little kids, whether it's our children or our little brothers or sisters, so that we can teach them curse words, or we can teach them kind words. So it's like also our responsibility to do something helpful to help too. And then if they decide, I don't want apple, I want a donut instead. So just let them,
Yeah.
make that decision after, if you first do the right thing, like if you teach
Yeah.
kind words, but then like it's all in line with service. I think we're here to serve and help each other. That's why this
Yeah.
country and other countries came to be.
Yeah.
We have all different faiths and
Yeah, but we need to understand one point here. There are many kinds of help.
yeah.
Okay, sometimes we think I'm going to help other person. It couldn't be help. It could be a punishment. Okay, we need to use your intelligence. Ki what kind of help am I providing?
Yeah.
As you said about, let me take the example of your candy. As you said, the candy, we know if the candy is being eaten in a regulated way, like once or twice a day, nothing harm. Okay, but as you said, you just left the bowl on the table, okay, unattended, and the kids they are not matured. They just come, they just want to grab as much as they want. And what will happen to them? They will lose their health.
Yeah.
Okay, by losing their health, they will lose their study, they will lose their time, they will lose everything, and it's going to be trouble for you to take them to the doctor, make sure they are not getting any heavy disease or so and so. But if you train them and regulate them, they will be okay. Not only just this age, when they will grow up also. And similarly, when someone says, okay, I'm going to help this fellow, especially, let me give you an example in a hospital, if your brother is lying there and doctor says don't give him the milk, okay, milk at this point of his life, the milk is poison to him, okay, don't give. But you say, I have heard teacher says milk is very nutritious things, okay, it increases the brain tissues, it makes you healthy, full of vitamins, minerals, make you strong. Doctor doesn't know anything, let me give him. No point. Milk is good by its nature, but the way your brother is being now, he's been diseased by something which poison, that milk is poison to him. It may be good to you, but it's not good for him. So we need to know how much to help and where to help with the proper guidelines. You may take a milk because you are okay, but other fellow is not good. So that's what the spiritual life is, because we must help in such a way that a person always find a permanent solution. Spiritual life is only a permanent solution. Second example I'll give you. If I'm walking on the street, I see someone is begging for a food. Okay, I bought a veggie burger or some fruits, some juice, I gave it to him. Do you think I really helped him? What's your opinion? One sense, yes.
Yes.
Other sense, no.
Nutritionally, yes.
Yeah. What I did, I postponed his problem from breakfast to lunch because he will be hungry again. And then if I'll give him lunch, he will be hungry for the dinner. If I'll give him dinner, he will be hungry next day for another breakfast. It says, there is a very Chinese proverb. It says, don't feed them the fish, teach them how to catch the fish. Make sense?
Yes, it is.
So that's what the spiritual life does. People say, what are you doing? Are you not giving up food to the poor, needy people, this and that? Well, why this person has become poor and needy? You just educate him. You are young. Why you are begging? Why you are getting into the wrong habit, which allow you to beg in front of other people? You are young. You are strong. You can stand on your feet and you can earn your money and live your life in a very proper and a civilized way. If you just teach him, then you don't have to feed him. Because with his own education, he can feed other people or he can teach other people. But if you just keep feeding him, this is called temporary solution. So that's what the material life is. People give for temporary solution. And spiritual knowledge, spiritual life is a permanent solution. It will cure you, so you will be relieved from this material body and you will get a spiritual body to live in the spiritual world, where there is no hunger, where there is no disease, no problem at all. You can live peacefully with other saintly people up there, because we are in the material world. No matter how much you good do to others, there will be always a problem or discrepancy in your service. They will always look, so what, you feed me, so what's problem? You didn't feed me lunch, you didn't feed me dinner, but at least whatever I have in my pocket, I fed you. They will appreciate in very little, but they will curse you in a very big way. So we need to be intelligent, because Srila Prabhupada, he gave them a better life. He gave us a better life through his books. We just need to read and apply and help others. It's called permanent solution. We are living better in this life, and we will be living better in our next lifetime, which is in spiritual world. It's up to us now how much voluntarily we take up this process seriously. Okay? Anybody else? Is it your first time here, or you been here?
It's my first time here.
This is your first time here. Okay, how do you know about this place?
I've been to Vrindavan a few times.
Oh.
And learned about, the history of Krishna.
So nice. You already been to Vrindavan. Okay, thank you. So you live here in Manhattan, or
No, California.
California? So you are visiting New York.
Visiting.
Yeah, we do have a very nice temple in California also.
I've been to one in Berkeley.
Okay, yeah, Berkeley one, and we have LA.
I've been there too.
LA, we also have one there. So if you can just search on a Google, whichever is the nearest to you, please kindly you can take up some books and read. Just give a try.
Mm-hmm.
And you say in Australia, give a fair go, mate. I have lived in Australia for 14 years, so that's what they use this slang. Give a fair go. In that sense, thank you. So I hope it wasn't easy for you, or whatever I said, it was okay for you to understand.
Yes.
Yeah, it was okay
Yes, yes.
already. Thanks. Because I thought, because we are doing this for so every Saturday we do this here, and because I didn't see you prior to that, I thought everything could be new to you. So, but nice that you've been to Vrindavan.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any other question anybody has? Or they want to share any reflection? Yeah.
It's like I was thinking about, but then you mentioned that not only these teachings are good for like not next lifetime, but like living a spiritual body.
Yeah.
But also these teachings are good for this lifetime to live peacefully.
Yeah.
To control the mind, to
Yeah.
live at peace.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. Before teaching others, wise people say, practice your own. Because monkey see, monkey do. So if you want to teach others, or if you want to give a knowledge to others, make sure you yourself practice, because when you speak, then your words carry weight. So the other people will easily grab it. But if you yourself is not practicing, and if you ask others to do it, so it's just like you are shooting a bullet without a gun. So better to have a gun and bullet together, than it will impact. Boom.
How someone will know that they are making progress in this life?
Okay, how someone know whether they are making progress in this life or not? Srila Prabhupada says it has got many answers, but to the level of my audience, I would say Prabhupada gave an answer. He says ki your attraction to enjoy this material world will reduce.
No, I am asking in this spiritual life, like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If your advancement, you want to check your advancement, Prabhupada says that your attraction to enjoy this material world will reduce more, or you want to spend less time on your spiritual, on your material activity, and more time on your spiritual activity. So that's called your advancement. That means you are advancing. So that's what it is here. So we can see ki whatever attachment we have, like towards wealth, towards family, towards opposite sex attraction, towards name and fame, and you don't want those things. You just want to be pleased Lord Krishna and your spiritual master, whatever they say. You just want to please them, and you are happy with them. Whatever you have in your life, you take as a blessings. And you are happy with that. But a materialistic person wants to gain more and more and more and more and more, never enough. But you think, whatever God gave me, I am happy. Because there are many people who really want to be like you. They say, whatever this lady has, if I get that much, I will be happy in my life. But this lady is looking forward to somebody else. Well, if I get that much, but that person has, then I will be happy. So this is called material life. It's never enough, never ending. So if you just practice your spiritual life, if you have enough time to chant Hare Krishna, you have